Welcome to Move the Needle. My name is Marlana Semenza, and I'm a photographer and visual strategist, and I frame the way you are seen by your clients and your audience. And please join me in welcoming today's guest. Mike, give us your name and tell us what you do.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike Moll. I'm the founder of Social Media House. We help small to mid-sized companies basically take control of their own marketing destiny by teaching them how to run their own ads, how to create their own content, how to strategize and kind of be able to market themselves for the future. So that's a little bit what we do.
And so what would be your one tip for us to move the needle on our business or brand?
I think the number one thing that I'm seeing, and I'm a big practice what I preach kind of guy, is personalizing. I think, we all were so used to, not myself, but most people have been used to, like, in an office setting, meeting people face to face for sales meetings, sales lunches, golf games. I mean, we're so used to this handshake thing. And I think, going online is fun and going online is great. I've been conducting business exclusively online for the past 7 years. But one thing that I've had to adapt to is you don't always get the handshake. And sometimes the handshake feels really good on a deal where it's, 5 figures or 6-figure contract. Like, that's a big thing to do without physically meeting somebody. So I think one thing that we've done really well, and one thing that I encourage our clients to do, especially now with a lot of transactions happening online, is try and create the online experience or the offline experience online. And so how does that work? You would typically be face-to-face with somebody chatting. So whether it's, you're conducting business on a Zoom meeting instead of a call or instead of by email, I think it's really important. I think the biggest needle mover, and I think the thing that'll be the most valuable, is outreach. So outreach right now is a lot of people email blasting, LinkedIn blasting. I'm sure we all get them, those, I had one yesterday, actually, in the intro to, like, hey, I'd like to connect with you, was the sales pitch. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it was just like, hey, I like what you do. By the way, buy this service from me. And I actually, like, put them up on Instagram and be like, this is a terrible outreach approach. But I think, we're all going to start getting more and more inundated in this way. And I think personalizing that first piece of contact, that I've never met you before, so here's my outreach to you. And so how do you do that? LinkedIn's actually now released a feature within the app that you can actually send a video that you create on LinkedIn to that person. It used to actually only be audio, and I used to highly recommend that, but now it's video. So if you're doing outreach, if you're trying to make connection with somebody, the way that you connect with someone is to make eye contact, see their face, hear their voice, understand their cadence. But when you do it by text, there's a lot that gets lost in translation. And I think there's just a lot that gets missing from that. And it's easier to ignore, and you don't want to be easy to ignore. That's a problem if you're trying to generate business. So I recommend the same way that you would, customize your outreach message, I would do it by video. Literally grab your phone, hit the video message on LinkedIn or on Instagram, however you want to do it. And just, even if it's just an introduction, the amount of clout, the amount of respect that you're going to get from somebody for making them a personalized video, 10, 15 seconds. That's all you need to do. But we've found that our relationships become way stronger. We find that people are way more open to having sales conversations earlier in the process, which I think is a really important thing, especially right now with business being as funny as it is. So personalizing your outreach and personalizing your correspondence as much as you can. And I know it's intimidating. I know the idea of, like, but you want me to get on video and send a video to somebody? But imagine on the other side of that table what that feels like. How many messages do we get? How easy are they to ignore? If they're not serving us, we don't care about them. It's easy to just, okay, another SEO guy, another marketing guy, another business strategy guy. There's so many, right? And so I think giving somebody a video format is, like, going to make you stand out way more than anything else. And it's hard to scale. You can't just automate, hey, enter first name. I see you work for, enter company name. So you lose scale. But I think I would rather see people, and we see way bigger numbers of, like, sending 20 personalized videos versus 1,000 cold messages. There's no comparison. Your conversion rate on that 20 is going to be so significant, and your deal size is going to be bigger. The deals are going to happen faster. And so for me, I think personalizing your outreach is my number one tip.
Thank you so very much for that, Mike, and thanks for being here.
Absolutely.